usually. Good morning, everyone. Hello. This is the first time I'm recording on my phone. Hopefully, I'm doing a good job. I'm out here in the little plaza strip mall thing. Early in the morning. It's about 7, and I'm going to talk to you on Corinthians. Is it first? 1 Corinthians 13 speaks on charity. I want you all to know charity is the same thing as love. So I'll be referring to charity as love. Let's get started. It says, though I speak with words of men and angels, that means though I have all these great words to say, like, men who able to come up with the best speeches and the best way of putting their words together, and even as angels, with all this wonderful wisdom that they may have, even though I speak that good, but if I don't have love, I am like a loud sounding cymbal. All these loud musical instruments without nothing, saying nothing, just making noise. All right. And I have the gift of prophecy to be able to foretell what the future is going to be. If I have that gift and I understand all the mysteries and knowledge and have the ability to move mountains with my faith, if I got all that and don't have love, the Bible says, I am nothing. It means nothing. So give, another thing. And if I give all my goods, everything I own, to the poor, to feed the poor, and give my body to be burned, and have not love, have not charity, that means it profits me nothing. If I'm going to give everything I have, and I just, and there's a lot of people out there, they don't mind giving to people and to be seen sometimes, and give all that and say, oh, look at me, look what I did. But God said you got to have love. You got to do it from your heart, or it means nothing. Okay. Number 4, love suffereth long and is kind. That means love you had to put up with some things from somebody. Like, now we know the best love that we as a mother know how to give is the love for our child. We had to put up with some smart mouth, not too much. We ain't gonna put up too much of that though. We got to put up with some long suffering. We got to put up, sometimes they get sick and we gonna be right there for them. When they fall down and make mistakes, we gonna be right there to pick them up. That's what kind of love God is talking about. We should have, not just for that, and it's hard for us to have it for our husband that way, some of us, but and I'm learning, so pray for me too, so I'm that person. All right, it says, if we got, and love envies not. If you really love somebody, you ain't got no time to sit up and say, oh, they got something that I want, or they got all these great gifts. Look inside yourself and find out what your gift is, and make the best of it. Put it up there and appreciate that, and let God bless it more. And you'll see that you got what belongs to you and what's right and good for you. And what they have is only serves them and works for them. Just somebody else's gift may not work for me. As much as I always wanted to sing, I never could get that note. But I said, God bless my son Matthew, so he got a voice and he could sing. And some people can sing so beautifully, you wish you could sing like that. But if God didn't give it to us, we got to work with what God did give us, because he gave us all some kind of wonderful gift. We just got to appreciate what we got and use it, and never don't envy or want what somebody else got, okay? Because it won't work out. Let me get to the next part. It says, love does not vaunt himself or push himself on somebody. When you really love somebody, you ain't got, and if they loving you like you giving you that same kind of love in return. You ain't got to push yourself. You ain't got to sell yourself. You ain't got to do this. They just gonna love you for who you are. Just for what you are. You ain't got to change for them. You ain't got to push it. It just comes natural. And that's how love works. It's a beautiful, wonderful thing. It says, it is not lift itself. It's not puff itself up and lifts itself up and say, oh, look at me. Oh, I'm in love. Walk around with shirts and stuff saying, with just showing what kind of person you is. But if a person could look at you and just see what you got in your heart, the way you express yourself, you don't have to wear a t-shirt and say, oh, I'm a Christian, oh, I'm a this person, oh, I'm a that person. But whatever's inside of you, it's going to come out with your personality and who you are. And that's what they're going to look for is the truth. Is the true you, the real you. That fake stuff that you cover up with and pretend. A lot of people can pretend they love you and say they love you with words too. But when it comes down to actions, that's why I always say love comes with the things you do, not just the words that you say. Because oh God, if you live the life I live, and I know you been through teen days when a lot of people say, oh, I love you, I love you. They said all that to get what they wanted. Then when they got it, they was gone. That's a man, that's a young boy, that's what they do. So girls, protect yourself from all those words and let them prove themselves. Let them show you that they love you and the things that they do. Not the words that they say, but the things, the actions. Like they used to say at my church, one of the churches I went to, they say love is an action word. Okay, let's go back. It says, it does not behave itself unseemly. That means like I said, it don't walk around saying, oh, I'm great, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that. That's behaving yourself unseemly. It don't need to do that. Like I said, what you do, what's inside of you that's good, it's gonna show itself. You don't have to go out and promote it and advertise it. It's just people gonna see it and it's gonna be there. Okay, it seeks not selfishness. It seeks not to be, oh, it's all about me. Give me this and give me that. If you love me, give me. No, it got to work both ways. When you really love your husband, and if your husband really love you, he's not always going to look to see to please himself. It's like I tell my husband, it's not always about you. It's, oh, I'm not cold. Oh, I'm not suffering. So what? What about me and how I feel? Look at the next person. Don't always have everything enclosed and circling around what you have somebody making you happy because their world got to revolve. Everything got to revolve around you and your world. Can't be like that. Real love loves to give, loves to share. All right, so let's go to the next verse. It says, number 5, does not behave. I did read that. Is not easily provoked. Excuse me. When you really love someone, you ain't gonna get mad so quickly. We got to learn how to control our temper. I had to do it. I had to learn. Oh my God, when I was younger, I used to throw things and break things. I've learned how to control my temper. As you get older, you're supposed to grow. You don't supposed to be doing the same thing I did 20 years ago or 30 or even 5 years ago. You got to learn how to control your temper. Don't get angry so easily. Don't make let people's words get you upset. Change the vibe. Come in a different way. Don't come argue toe-to-toe stuff. Come in a way. Say, oh, come with love. If you come with love, I know it's hard. Give a hug. When your husband gets so upset he want to blah, 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 fuss at you, give him a hug, give him a kiss. See how that worked out. It'll change the whole vibe. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. That helps person calm down too. All right. One more thing. It says, it bears all things. Wait a minute. I done got turned off a little bit. Let me see, where was I? And the thing's not evil. You can That's another thing. That's what I've learned lately, and I'm learning and I'm working on that. Because when somebody do you wrong, sometimes the first thing you want to say, oh, they don't really love me, oh, they saying something bad about me, and sometimes they don't. They might have been going through something at the time, or other things was happening in their life, and they just had to misdirect you to go in, but you took it the wrong way. But you can't stay on that. You got to say, oh, well, that's somebody that really loved me, that said they love me. Just because they might be short-tempered with me at the time or upset, I can't think bad thoughts. Because that's so easily done. Sometimes a person come in your head, a thought come in your head, say, oh, they don't really care about me. Oh, that person don't love me. You being selfish. You going in your selfish ways. You got to get those evil thoughts out of your head, because the devil, spirits come, and they put bad thoughts in your head to think of somebody in a negative way. It might be somebody that you really care about. So let's not do that. Let's not entertain that. And it's hard, but we got to work on it. Say, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to think positive. I'm going to still give them the benefit of the doubt until they really show you something different. Let's get on with this, though. It says, number 7, it bears all things and believes all things and hopes all and endures all. That's pretty much what I was saying. You got to bear people's shortcomings, or if they don't know how to do something a certain way, or they don't do it the way you do it, that don't mean they don't have good intentions. They still have very good intentions. They just don't know how to express it in the right way. So you got to bear their different personalities. You got to bear the way they do things. You got to put up with it, because you say you love somebody. That's what true love is. Putting up with, cause they don't say things the way you want it to be said. And that's what I'm working on. That's what it's like when you're being married. Sometimes they just don't come across the way you think they should, and you feel like, oh, they don't get me. It's not that. It's just that they've been raised different, and they're not like us. Everybody has different everything on the inside. God made us all different and unique. We got to remember that. I got to remember that. Okay, let me go to this part. It says, you bear all things, and you hope. You hope and endure all things. You never give up hope. You got to keep hoping in that person that they really trying to do the right thing by you. They really mean well and trying to treat you the right way. Don't give up the hope just don't give up the hope until you can't. And then you have to endure. Sometimes you got to endure some stuff. Sometimes, we endure a lot off of our kids. We take a lot of stuff off of them sometimes that we wouldn't take off of nobody else, because we love them so much, because they always going to be our child. You just got to endure some things sometimes. Endure and continue to love that person, and continue to put up with their faults, because they putting up with yours. Remember that. We're not perfect either. They put up with us, and sometimes we can do some crazy things too. Number 8, love never fails. All right, it never fails. It's always gonna be there. It never gives up. True love never gives up. But where there is prophecies, when people prophecy, that's just a gift. It says it can fail. They shall fail. Where there is different tongues, different languages, different words, all these fine big words they was able to put together, that it says they shall stop. Where there was knowledge, it shall vanish away. It shall just vanish out of the thin air. No more knowledge again. Because nothing lasts forever. We don't last forever. Even our gifts. I saw people who could sing so well, and you adore how they sing. And then after they get a certain age, they start to lose it. But love lasts forever. God's love for us lasts forever, until we mess up so bad that he got to turn his back on us. All right. So never give up on God, and he'll never give up on you. Have a beautiful day, my lovely people. Stay close to God. That's all.